Jim Harbaugh is officially coming back to Ann Arbor to coach the 2023 version of the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan fans, aren't you kind of tired of this by now? Let's lock up Jimmy for good. Great time to subscribe to the channel. Big Ten football content all offseason long. Always crush that like button to spread the word of Big Ten Ted to the masses. It's just kind of tiresome right now because Jim Harbaugh is in a fantastic situation at the University of Michigan. And I wonder how much longer it's going to take before Jim Harbaugh opens his eyes and realizes just how good he has it at Michigan. I know there's a competitor within Jim Harbaugh. I know there's this fire within him to go win the biggest prize in football, and that's the Super Bowl, to go back to the NFL and try to take it one step further. I know that he's got that within him. But, and there's always a but when you look at things and when you look at your potential success at going to the NFL, you got to realize if Jim Harbaugh, and maybe he's realized this the last few years, if Jim Harbaugh takes an NFL coaching job, a lot of times it's because the coach got fired. What happens when an NFL coach gets fired? His record's bad. He doesn't win football games. Why does that team not win football games? Because their personnel and their players probably aren't very good. And you're starting most of the time from square one. If you're not starting from square one, it's either square two or square three, not the square 500 that you're at right now at the University of Michigan. He has built up a big-time college football program once again into a big-time college football power. Like this season, Michigan is on the verge of winning their third consecutive Big Ten championship. Imagine telling Michigan fans that during the Rich Rodriguez era and then the Brady Hoke era. What he has brought back to Michigan is a force, is a complete force of college football. Jim Harbaugh will be 60 years old next season, right? He's going into the latter part of his coaching career. And if he is smart, he is going to open his eyes and realize that what he did in the NFL was great. What he did with the San Francisco 49ers was fantastic. There haven't been many coaches that have been able to coach in college and the National Football League successfully. And Jim Harbaugh should take that, and he should be happy for that. Now, I'm not coming out here saying that Jim Harbaugh should settle and what he did in the NFL was good enough. I get it. I said that earlier in the video. The competitive spirit, the competitive fire is within a lot of these guys, especially the guys that played football in college or played football in the National Football League. But Jim Harbaugh is one of the very best coaches at one of the very best programs in the college football right now. Definitely not the National Football League. In college football right now. And he has complete ownership right now over the Big Ten Conference. Okay, he has it in his grasp, the way he's formed Michigan in his image, in the way he wants to play football, is exactly what he wants. And then you kind of rewind a little bit further and you look at what kind of caused issue. Why did he come back to Michigan to deal with the San Francisco 49ers? Why did that breakup happen? It's because of the control structure. Okay, when you're in the NFL, a lot of times you're a head coach and you're dealing with a general manager. One thing that makes college football coaches unique is the power structure, is the ability to control all facets of a football program. Some people call it being a control freak. And I honestly believe that Jim Harbaugh wants, based on what we kind of saw towards the end of his run with the San Francisco 49ers, I believe Jim Harbaugh wants to have that control of recruiting, control of going out and getting the guys he wants in the transfer portal, because the NFL, there is a lot of people you got to please. There's a lot of people that go into the decisions of making an NFL franchise. Jim Harbaugh, do yourself and do the University of Michigan a solid. sign a lifetime contract. Stay in Ann Arbor, Michigan. This is a program that can win national championships. This is a program that, in my opinion, has not reached their peak. Some people think that. Some people say, well, he should go to the NFL because he's reached the top of the mountain that he can. He's taken Michigan as far as they can go. I don't think that's true. I think this program still has unfinished business. This program can still go higher and higher and higher. They proved this year, this close to making it to the national championship game. They can do that. They can win a national title, and that right there is what should fire up Jim Harbaugh to get it done for his alma mater, to do what they haven't done since 1997, bring a national championship back to Ann Arbor, Michigan. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think Jim Harbaugh should have left to go to the NFL? Do you think that he will eventually go to the NFL? Are we going to continue to see this year after year after year? Leave your thoughts in the comments below about everything Jim Harbaugh and Michigan. Subscribe to Big Ten Ted if you haven't already. I'm Big Ten Ted. We will see you in the next one.